today I wanted to talk about our rally experience, or our rally obedience experience. If you don't know what rally is, it's a series of signs and it's a competitive dog sports. And I'll put in some of the signs and I'll put in a link for a better description, but it's basically like different signs and you walk the course, and I think there's like 11 to however many signs depending on what level you're at. I'm obviously novice because we just started. I think there's maybe 11 to 15 in novice or 11 to 14, I'm not positive. So yeah, there's a course of different signs, and at each sign you do what it says, and there can be different things you do, like there's sit or sit and down, or you know, call front, finish right forward, call front, finish right sit. There's a whole bunch of signs, and I'll put in a link where you can find out more about the signs. But basically you do what the sign says and then you move on to the next one, and they're numbered, and there's a start and a finish, and you have to be on the certain side of the sign, and between each sign your dog heels. And I first became interested in this because my friend who I volunteered with was doing it, and she moved away to another state, but she did come back to visit, and she did a one-day like rally class or like clinic where she talked about what it was like and what you would do, and we practiced a little bit, and it was really fun. And then that was basically it, because I couldn't find a local class right away to take rally with, and I really wanted to practice. I didn't want to just go on my own to trial, because there are a lot of signs and you have to know what they mean and you have to practice, and you can't really get for me, a real feel for it at home, because you kind of need more people and more dogs to simulate it so that it's not just you, and just so your dog isn't just like confused when you go somewhere else, that it's like, oh, you know, at home it's super calm when we do this, but here it's super hectic and there's crates and there's other dogs and there's tons of people. I mean, it's still going to be a shock because your class won't be a perfect simulation. It's not going to be where you do the trial, but it's still helpful to take a class, so you can always search for a class in your area if you're interested. And it's super fun, and dogs really seem to like it. My Emma really loves it. My other two dogs are not really interested in that type of competition, but she's really good at it, and we have a good dynamic to do rally as a sport together. There's an app you can use also to find the signs. It's called Pocket Rally. I will put in a link if I can find it. If not, on Apple iTunes, I think it was just called Pocket Rally. My phone does not have a lot of memory left. It's this app, Pocket Rally, and when you open it up, it looks like this. So this is the right app, and I think it costs like $1.99 or 99 cents, but it's a one-time purchase and then you have it forever, and I do think it's worthwhile. So we did classes for a while. We started in the winter, and we actually did a couple novice classes, and we actually advanced to an intermediate class, which was helpful, but it had a lot of different signs, and we haven't really worked out all of those. So I think we want to take the intermediate/advanced class again. Novice rally is on leash. And when you get to advanced rally, which you don't have to do intermediate, but you can. Intermediate still on leash. Advanced is off leash. And then there's, I think, master and excellent rally, which is also off leash. But basically, when you go to the trial, which we just did our first trial, you do basically 3 trials. And sometimes certain dog shows have them on 2 days, so you can enter a couple different rally competitions at once, but we didn't do that. So you need to qualify 3 times and get a 70 points or more to get qualified. You start off, everyone starts off with 100 points, and you deduct points when you do things wrong. Different things could be like tight leash, you mess up the sign, you don't complete a sign, I think you could get disqualified if you don't complete it. But if you try and you just mess it up, you could minus 10 points, but like a tight leash is 3 points, and all those things. And there's a whole bunch of rules, and I'll make sure that there's some information down below so you can try to find the information you are looking for. So we did our first trial this weekend at a Kennel Club local show, and we got there about an hour before our walkthrough. So basically, the walkthrough is where you can walk the course ahead of time to see what the signs are and what order of them are, so you can maybe work out beforehand what you need to kind of like remember what it is, and you could look it up in your app or anything like that. So you see all the signs beforehand, and they actually do give you a map when you first get there, and you get your number and you have to wear it on your arm. And then we got a map. So with the map, we had all the signs, though the map was a little confusing. I will show you our map. This is the map that they gave me. So it had all the signs and kind of like what order they would be in and where you would start. So we started down here where it says start. And then you'd go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all that. So the signs we did in our first trial were, our first sign was start, obviously. Well, start doesn't have a number, but the first actual sign we did was fast. So we had to hurry up and, you know, you kind of like jog a little bit with fast. You want to make sure that you want to make sure that your fast looks different than your normal healing pace. And then after a fast will always be a normal, and after a slow will always be a normal. So you go fast, then you slow back down. And then the next sign was normal. Then call front, return to heel. So the dog front means they come out and sit in front of you. And then return to heel means that you walk around the back side of the dog while they stay and you return to their heel position. Then number 4 was sit, walk around dog. So you sit, they sit next to you for a regular sit. Everything in Rally is done next to you unless it says front. So they're sitting next to you, they stay, you walk around the dog, then you heel again. We went to right, turn forward, which is a very simple sign. Then it was offset serpentine to the right where you walk around some cones, which was pretty easy. I'd never done an offset one before, so that was interesting, but we did fine, I think. Then 7 was just a basic right turn, so we turned to the right. Then it was a call front, finish right, sit, or halt. It says call front, finish right, halt. So basically, you don't sit first, because sometimes there is one where you sit twice. Like you sit, then you call to front, then you finish right, then you sit again. But this one was just, so you're healing. While you're healing, you ask your dog front, they come to the front and sit in front of you, then you finish to the right, so they go around the back of you to the right, and they're back in their heel position with you on the left, and then they sit, and then you walk, and then there was a figure 8, no distractions, where you do a figure 8, you go 3 times through the cones in a figure 8 motion. Then number 10 was left about turn. So basically left about turn is you're walking, the dog goes in front of you, and you both end up turning around and you turn the opposite way. So like they go in front of you to the right, and then you turn around to the left, and then you're basically, you kind of like a U-turn, but not exactly, because you're both going an opposite way. Then a left turn, then a sit with a down. So they're sitting and then they're lying down. And then we had a slow pace, and then that was our last sign, so we just slow through the finish line. So that was good, and we ended up with 89 points, and I'm not sure, but out of the people in our novice Class A group, which you can do novice Class A if you do not have another title. And since we do not have another title, we got to do Class A. Apparently, if you've already done obedience or confirmation or anything and you have a title, you have to do B, which I've never done obedience or obviously confirmation since I have a rescue dog and she's not registered like that. We got to do Class A. She is registered with the AKC as like a PAL or something. You have to register through the AKC, and you can do that with any dog, and you just you just put in your, I think there's a fee, they get a name, you have to name them, like her name is Emma, Queen of Portsmouth, and then you can compete in any AKC event besides things like confirmation where you need a purebred dog that's not fixed. So we did that before because we did need that for when she did her CGC testing. So we were the first place winner out of our group. So, and we also got a qualifying score, which I don't think you can win if you don't have a qualifying score. I wouldn't know how that works. Clearly we did not get a perfect score, but we didn't get a terrible score. We could have gotten, if we would have still gotten a 70, we still would have passed and got a qualifying score. And basically what that means is that like they keep track of that score, and the next time we go, if we manage to get another qualifying score, that will count. And then once we got our 3rd qualifying score, we will move up to the next level, which will be intermediate or advanced, depending on if we decide we want to do it off leash or on leash. So hopefully that makes some sort of sense. These are the ribbons that she won. This is the one that says she won 1st place in her group. So it says AKC Rally Trial First Prize, Little Town Club. And then it says the date, June 1st, 2019. And then she got another ribbon. And this one basically just says that she got a qualifying score, which is what we talked about, which you need to do to keep on working towards your next level. So we got a qualifying score, which was my only real goal. I was really hoping to qualify at our trial, and we did. And I wasn't sure if we would because it was our first time. And in the ring, it was a little more challenging than at class because it was all new. She was excited. She was trying to sniff things. So I'm sure our points off were mostly for tight leash or maybe taking a little bit longer to do a sign. I don't think we messed up any signs like performance-wise. Like she did everything pretty well. She may have asked her to lay down twice or something, but I don't think we ever had to redo a sign. I think if you have to redo a sign, you can ask to redo it once and then you just say redo and you try again and you get points off. But we didn't really have to redo a sign. It just, I may have had a tight leash and that does give you points off, but we really tried because, you know, it was hard. So hopefully we'll just get better at it if we can, you know, find more trials to do. There's one next month that's probably maybe like 40 minutes away, so we'll try that one. My husband came with me, which is a big help. We did bring the travel kennel, which you will need. She wasn't a big fan of it, so it was lucky that he was there so he could kind of walk her around when I was doing my walkthrough and stuff, so she wouldn't have to be in the travel kennel but hopefully she'll get used to the travel kennel. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was extremely nervous when we did the trial and up leading to it. I had to try to breathe and collect myself because it was I'm just nervous when I'm being like tested, I guess, and I guess it felt kind of like a test. We did pretty good and I'm really happy with how well we did on our first time. It was very exciting. There she is right now, just tap dancing around. When you do your 3 times and you have 3 qualifying scores in your level, like if I get 3 qualifying scores in novice, you get a title. So you can add that title to their name or it just automatically gets added to their name, so that's different. But so that title gets added to your name and then you get a bigger ribbon, because we saw someone who finished their intermediate run and they got a big ribbon and it said new title on it. So that's exciting for them. They got a title. So hopefully within, you know, the next 6 months or ish, I'm hoping that we get a title and we finish our novice and move on. And I'm hoping to take more classes once our class dog training center offers more rally. I'm hoping to practice more. It's fun to practice and it helps the dog, because if we don't get any more practice, we probably won't be able to keep moving up because we need to learn the signs and all that. But it is a really fun time, so if your dog is interested in rally, I highly recommend you look into taking some classes and trying to trial. It's been a fun 5 months since we started practicing. We started practicing sometime in January and we trialed June 1st. So it's been a good time and I think the dog has a lot of fun learning new things, and at practice there's a lot of treats. During rally trials, you cannot give your dog any treats though. I guess I should have said that. So there's no treats during the actual event. Before and after you can give them some treats though, but not while you're in the ring. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I can always answer them or make another video. And I hope you enjoyed learning about our experience at our first rally trial, and I'll see you guys later.